There is all the money that everybody needs and wants waiting there for them. And there's only one reason it's not in their lives, and that's because they're stopping it from coming into their life.
Really?
The message of The Secret is the message that I've been trying to share with the world on my show for the past 21 years.
The legendary Rhonda Byrne.
How are we stopping it?
By thinking we don't have enough, by thinking we don't deserve it, being programmed the way you were, that my family didn't have very much, kind of born on the wrong side of the tracks kind of thing, or to believe that we only get money through our job. Law of attraction can only do what you believe. We are unlimited beings. We limit ourselves down to nothing.
What else about money do you feel like people are missing when it comes to manifesting and the law of attraction?
Money is...
This is fascinating, and I think it's interesting to talk about this when it comes to money, because a lot of people, money is at the top of their mind. I feel like health, love, and money is what they think about. And money is something that people want to attract and manifest more of. It's one of the biggest problems of divorce. It's one of the biggest pains for people, is not feeling like they have enough, or maybe they haven't navigated their spending habits correctly and they're overspending on things they don't need to spend on, whatever the reason is. And I read this card where, again, we're talking about the manifestation cards. And if you haven't already bought this while you're listening or watching this, go buy it right now. These cards are a game changer. I love how powerful these are. This card is amazing. It says, money doesn't bring happiness, but happiness brings money. And it's such a simple concept that a lot of people don't apply to their life. And there is evidence in the physical, real world and science that backs this. There's different research studies that talk about when waiters or people in the service industry are happy. Someone is carrying your luggage, someone who is bringing you food, someone who's your waiter, and they are joyful, smiling, and bringing joy to your life. They're happy, they get tipped more. It happens.
Yeah, of course.
You're gonna get bigger tips when you're kind, happy, and joyful. It happens. If you're negative and mean and late and slow and frustrated, the customer will not reward you by treating them poorer.
Oh my God, that is a brilliant example. I have never thought of that, but
it's
that
true.
It's brilliant.
You see this, and you see this, you want to pay people more. You want to give people, I want to give people more. When I'm going to the coffee shop and someone's just smiling, how's your day? I hope you have a great day. I want to give more.
And you know what's making you want to give more?
What?
Law of attraction. It's making you want to give more.
So money doesn't bring happiness, but happiness brings money. And and this is the rest of the card. Again, I want everyone to go buy this because these cards are incredible, but this is the rest of the card. If you keep thinking that you need money, then you will keep attracting needing money. You have to find a way of being happy now, of feeling good now, of being in joy now, without the money, because those great feelings are what attracts money. And this is a game changer when it comes to money, because I didn't feel like I had skills in order to make money. I didn't think I had a hireable opportunity because I didn't feel smart from school. So I had a program and a belief. Who's going to hire me? How could I ever make any money? I don't have any skills that could make money. That was the belief, the program. And then I just started saying, I'm going to be happy and let that energy spread to whoever is around me. And money started to come my way. And it is a game changer. People want to reward you. They want to pay you. They want to give you more when you are happy.
And they want to help you too.
They want you to win.
They
want you to succeed because you're bringing something into their life that they want more of. Right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I love this about money. What else about money do you feel like people are missing when it comes to manifesting and the law of attraction?
One of the reasons people want money, and they say money isn't spiritual. There isn't anything that's not spiritual. Everything's spiritual, and but money is. People think they don't deserve it. Like for example, there is all the money that everybody needs and wants waiting there for them. And there's only one reason it's not in their lives, and that's because they're stopping it from coming into their lives.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
How are we stopping it?
By thinking we don't have enough.
Right.
By thinking we don't have enough. By thinking we don't deserve it. By maybe being programmed the way you were, that my family didn't have very much. I'm destined to not have very much, kind of born on the wrong side of the tracks kind of thing, or all of those thoughts. To believe that we only get money through our job. If you believe that that's the only way you're going to get money, that's the only way that you're going to get money. But you can get money from unbelievable, unlimited different ways.
Yes.
And so you start to open up your mind that money can come from anywhere, everywhere, right? And so money can come into your life. So straight away you open up, because law of attraction can only do what you believe. And so if you believe you only get money from your job, you see what we do? We are unlimited beings, and we limit ourselves down to nothing. We are unlimited. The world and all of its riches and joys is all of ours. And so, but we, through our beliefs, for this reason, I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it because I didn't work hard enough. I need to work harder to get this. I need to suffer. I know that people, have money, they had to suffer. So we have all of these limitations that we impose on this unlimited being that we are.
Yes. Why does it seem like money is one of the hardest things to break through when it comes to believing we are deserving of money and believing that it comes to us effortlessly? Why does it seem like it's so challenging for a lot of the world?
I think it is to do with our deservability, that I just think that's ingrown into us. That what about all the things, money doesn't grow on trees, I can't afford it. I mean, I came from a really humble background. My parents could not afford, we had secondhand clothes. So I had a whole lot of lack fed to me just by my day-to-day living as a child and growing up. I didn't ever feel that, but I certainly grew up with lack, because I knew when I discovered the secret, I had to turn my mindset from lack to a wealth mindset, to an abundance mindset. And so I set about to do that. And that's why I know anyone can do it, because I did it.
What was that process for you of turning it from lack into abundance?
It was all affirmations. I played affirmations, gratitude, being grateful for everything I had, affirmations to talk about that I'm wealthy already, affirming that I have plenty of money, that I attract whatever I need, and I'm a success with everything I touch, and all those kinds of affirmations. So I did those. I did gratitude, and anything that gave me a bad feeling around money, I reversed it. And one of those things was paying bills. Why? Because you never have enough money to pay the bills, right?
So how did you reverse that? When bills would come your way, what were you doing?
I pretended they were checks.
When it was a bill. And so what would you think and feel when you see it?
So back then, I would open the mail.
Right.
It was like all these window-faced envelopes. And I would open the mail and oh my gosh, I didn't have any way to pay all of these bills.
It was like a dread feeling.
Oh, horrible. My stomach would just to my knees. So for everybody, I have been there. I have done it. I know how you feel if you're struggling with money. And I can tell you, you don't have to live your life like that. You really don't. And so I played games, because law of attraction doesn't know if you're imagining something or if it's real. Doesn't know. Doesn't care.
Doesn't have an opinion.
Doesn't have an opinion at all. And so I would play these games where I would open it up, and maybe it was like $1,200 or something, and I would be like, whoa!
You'd be excited.
Oh yeah, I'd be excited. Oh, $1,200, and I would write it down, and I'd tally up the amounts of money that I got for that day. And it got to a point where I didn't feel I was getting enough, like it wasn't a tally. I would add zeros.
Come
So
on.
the $1,200 I would turn into 12,000. And then I would add zeros, and then I would say, yes, $150,000 is mine today, And so I would,
but it was really bills.
yeah, they were really bills.
Oh my goodness.
And so I would play that game so I would feel better, and then I would pay what I could. But do you know when I paid, I would do something else. I played another game.
Tell me.
When I paid, I would imagine that this money is not a bill, but I'm donating to the company. I'm making a donation because this company has been really great in supplying me with electricity. And so I'm making a donation, and this money is going to help all of the people educate their children.
Wow.
It's going to help them buy food this week. It's going to pay their mortgage. So I would think about all of the employees and the difference this money would make by giving this money. And so that would cause all the resistance to go away, right? A total meltdown. And that was how I did it. So I took the circumstances where I didn't feel good about money. Now, back then, we got bank statements. They were not pretty, right? But I changed that around.
Really?
Just with a bit of marker. I would just put, and I had credit cards because I, in Making The Secret, I kept borrowing on the credit cards to make the documentary. They were at the max. And I had 2 credit cards, and they were at the absolute max for amounts of money that was inconceivable to me.
Right.
And that I had absolutely no way of
paying it off, yeah.
No. But what I did was I just, I just pretended that when I got the statements, I would just pretend that I had, do you know what I did? I did 0, 0, 0, 0. And then I put thank you over the bill. And now I have 0, 0, 0, 0 on my credit cards.
Wow.
But to this day, if I have a written bill or something, like if somebody comes to do a service at the house and I write them a check, and across that bill I would write thank you paid, because that is what I did with every bill I couldn't pay. I put thank you paid.
Wow.
And to this day, I still write thank you paid.
Wow.
I know.
Now, for people that are watching or listening, they're thinking this is a beautiful, thing to try and to do. But if they still have to pay the bills and they're like, well, how far can I take this until I'm like the money is, stacking up, or the bills are stacking up, where I'm like, I don't go back into overwhelm or stress that I haven't paid off these bills.
You have to pay what you can. Like what I did was I would play that game and then I would pay what I could. And I think even these days, companies are a lot more understanding than they were back then, and they would say, if you ring us, we'll work out a payment plan with you and whatever. But I did pay those bills. I would pay the most urgent ones, like electricity, because I didn't want that to be cut off, right? And so, you do pay them. But I would just do things to feel better about money.